and welcome back to my channel. Today is a chill video. I like to do such videos in between the proper full-on recipe videos. This is also a recipe, I promise you, and it's a really good one. So I am going to make like a paneer tikka curry, and on the side I'm also going to make some dal, and I'm going to make some chapatis to serve with it, and maybe like a nice bundi raita. Bundi is gram flour balls which you can buy ready-made. I'll show you how they look. So yeah, let's get cooking. Before that, you know the drill. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button. Let's get cooking. I am going to start with the curry or the base of the paneer. So let's get on with that. Easy peasy. I am going to start with 4 medium-sized onions, and I'm just going to roughly chop them up and start cooking with these first. So the onions are now chopped. I have got a good, let's say 8 to 10 medium-sized, because it's a mix, garlic cloves, which I am going to roughly chop and add to this pile of onions. This is going to be a really good curry. Oh, I can't wait. So I've also got a nice big chunk of ginger that I am going to roughly chop and add to the pile. And I've got a couple of chilies. Chili is your choice. You want the spicy one, it's fine. You want the slightly milder one, use chili of your choice. So now all that chopping is ready. So nice hot pan. I'm going to add a good 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil to this, and add this whole thing chopped up here. Will go in here. Okay, and move everything. Now I'm going to give this a good 10 minutes, but before I give it 10 minutes, I've got one more thing I need to add to this. So like I said, the last thing to add is a good 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 6, 8, 30. So around 34, basically a handful of cashew nuts, and I'm going to reduce the heat because it's very high right now. Yeah. And I'm going to just let it slowly come nice and golden for 10 minutes. Enough time to get a cup of coffee. So the onions are almost done. It's been 8 minutes. I've also got some, just let me show you. I've also got some whole masoor, which is like the brown lentils, cooking away. Now you don't need any other dish with this, but I am just making, I'm cooking for the family, so I'm just making a little extra special effort tonight. So now 2 minutes left. I'm just going to quickly chop up some tomatoes for this. So I used 4 onions, so I'm going to use 4 tomatoes. So it should be kind of equal quantities of onions and tomatoes. And I'm again, like the onions, just roughly chopping them up, and they will go straight into the onions, which are smelling incredible, and they are looking nice and soft and golden. Now this time I'm not going to cook uncovered. I'm going to cover this up and cook this on the same medium-low heat for another 10 minutes. So this is now going to cook for 10 minutes, and this brown lentils should also take 10 minutes time. I'm not going to tell you the details of this dal because the recipe is on the channel. I will leave the link in the description, and I'm just from now on just going to concentrate on this recipe. Let it cook nicely. Okay, so it has been exactly 15 minutes. This is now done, as you can see. I'm going to stir it, and you can see the tomato has properly softened up beautifully. What I am going to do is turn the heat off and let it sit and cool down a little bit before I blitz it up. So I'm going to give it 10-15 minutes. There's no rush. You can blitz it straight away if your mixer will allow. I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes just to cool it down a little bit. Right guys, so this has been sitting for an hour actually, because I just took a lunch break and it's completely cooled down, which is great. So I'm going to blitz this up into a smooth puree, and if need be I might add like a 50 ml of water to just help blitz it up nicely. So in the same pan, I'm not giving it a wash or anything, just 2 tablespoons of oil goes in and a tablespoon of butter goes in. I'm just gonna add some whole spices. So in goes a couple of bay leaves, a cinnamon stick, 4 green cardamom, and just give it a few seconds. I've got the Blitz puree. This is just half of it. I'll blitz the other half now. Now this is the other half. Now that is a lot for 4 people, much more than what I need. So I'm going to cook this and tell you what I can do with it. So everything in the pan, I'm just going to cook this on low heat and cook this for 15 minutes. Cover it up because it splashes everywhere otherwise. And in the 10 minutes that this is cooking, I will show you how to prep the paneer. So I'm gonna chop this into cubes so that they don't kind of break. So I've got 2 blocks, 225 grams each. These are ready-made from the shops, but you can make it at home if it's not easy to find. The recipe of how to make it, you only need 2 ingredients, is on my channel, how to make paneer. Just search for it. So I need 2 blocks of paneer. You can use 1, but knowing my family, one's not going to be enough. Then I've got 1 red pepper, 1 for yellow, and these get chopped up in chunks too. And the last thing is just a couple of red onions are better for this, but if you don't have, you can use the other ones, but yeah, red are definitely better. Now I'll make a quick marinade for this. So I'm going to start with some Greek yogurt. You can use hung yogurt, natural yogurt. I usually do use natural yogurt for this, but I've got some Greek yogurt at home, so I'm going to use that. So that is 2. That's really heaped tablespoons. 5 to 6 tablespoons of heaped Greek yogurt go in there. Then I've got a heaped tablespoon of tandoori masala going. Then I've got here a teaspoon of chili powder and a teaspoon of salt, and then mix. It smells so good. And then I will throw in paneer, onions, peppers, and then very gently coat this up. Because the Greek yogurt is nice and thick, you just need to make sure you do this gently. So it's been 10 minutes. I'm getting my attention back to this. Before I open this, I'm going to turn the heat off so that this splatting of this stops for a second while I add all the spices. Teaspoon of salt. Actually, it might be a teaspoon and a quarter. Teaspoon turmeric. Teaspoon chili powder. Teaspoon garam masala and a half. And a nice 2 tablespoons of dried fenugreek leaves. Good mix. Now I'm going to cover, again turn the heat on and continue to cook this while I cook the paneer on the side. But I'll make sure to put a lid on this. And now I'm going to do something I've not done before, but trust me, it works. I've got 2 tablespoons of ketchup going in here. That is going to be lovely. Turning the heat back on and cooking this for however long my paneer takes to cook, basically. Yes. If you notice, we didn't add any oil in the marinade, so I'm just cooking it in a little bit of olive oil actually. I've got a nice hot pan. This is ready. I think it will be done in 3 blocks. I'm not going to overcrowd it. I just want a single flat line of stuff. Just cook this on high heat because things are already cooked. You don't really need to cook the onions, peppers or paneer. I just want a nice charred color and which will add to the flavor with the marinade. And as it gets cooked, I'm going to turn the heat off of this so it stops the spluttering, because this is already done. And as this keeps getting ready, I'm going to move the pieces into this. I'm going to move this here and then transfer them. Oh, by the way, if you think this is too much sauce, that's what I was going to say. This is too much sauce, remove some of it, and then you can freeze it at this stage or just use it for something else in the next 2-3 days. So that will be good. Keep it in the fridge. And I'm just going to cook the next 2 rounds of this. By the way, while this is cooking, I'm also just prepping the next thing. So I'm going to serve it with a raita, which is going to be a yogurt side. And this is the bundi I was talking about. I've shared how to make bundi raita on my channel before. It's nothing crazy, just some yogurt, salt, cumin, chili powder and some bundi. But yeah, this is going to be perfect side for this dish. So that's the last round of onions and peppers, and it's going to go straight into this. I just want to show you something. I did remove a little portion of the sauce, curry, beef, whatever you want to call it, because it was just too much for all this paneer and stuff. So I'm gonna keep it in the fridge and make something in the next 2 days. I might just like add some roasted chicken thighs to this or something. So yeah, very tasty. So this is looking good. Just last couple of things to add to finish this gorgeous dish. Okay, just jumping in to say that my raita is ready, and I'm also very quickly making just a crunchy, just chopping up some salad. So I've got a cucumber and I've got a couple of onions. This always goes very well with any kind of nice, lovely curry. And lemon juice, lime juice, whatever you have at home. I like lots of it, because then what I do is, once it's been sitting, the lemon juice, for a couple of hours, I pour that on top of the curry. Tastes really nice. A little bit of chili, a little bit of salt, and some pepper, and a good mix. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I have added all of the paneer, peppers. Oh guys, this looks incredible. Okay guys. I'm just gonna finish it with some cream. Okay, I am going in. My mouth is watering. Why have I not made this before? The chaat paneer with that delicious curry, crunch from the pepper, which is insane. Come, I'll show you. So I've got my paneer tikka curry ready. I've got the salad, I've got the bundi raita, and this is the dal, which I know nobody will touch, but that will be for tomorrow, because in front of this nobody's going to have anything else. And I'm going to make piping hot chapatis to go with this, and that's our dinner all set up and ready. So please guys, please give this a go. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for another new recipe very soon. Bye for now.